Try that one. Any sound now? We should be getting sound round about now. Ah, how you doing, Alex? Started my own shop probably about 4 years ago, and now just doing repairs on stream so everyone can see what it is that they need to do themselves. Cheers, Rich, for that. That screw just a moment. So 2 bottom screws out, you need a pentacle screwdriver for that, and then I need one of my good spudgers. So what we're doing is going up the side. The shop is based in Buckie. For those that don't know where Buckie is, that's the northeast of Scotland. My messages seem to be coming through twice. Nothing I can't handle, just read them twice. So it's just a little fishing village, really, Buckie. Right, what I'm doing just now is just taking off the face covering plate covering the battery. I'll zoom in so you can see that. So normally the battery would be clipped down there, but it came up that time. So after you take the faceplate off, you then unclip the battery, and then you can work on the rest. So what we're going to do now is move up to the top. It has been a fair while, Alex, yeah. What are you doing these days? Right, now that the cover plate's off for that, we're just going to disconnect the 3 cables here. Should be 3, maybe 4. It's been a while since I've done a 6S. Always living life and always working hard, mate. It's the best way to be. Right. Screen is now disconnected, so we can zoom out. Any part of the inside the iPhone 6S anyone want to see, I can zoom in whilst you're there. Right. Just going to show a couple of bits and pieces before we move on to fixing the screen. So where's my favourite tweezers? There they are. Right, this part here is the taptic engine. That's what gives you that feel whenever you touch the screen, and it sort of like buzzes back at your finger. This section here is your loudspeaker, followed by your charging port, and then a headphone jack. This little gold part here, and here, that's your microphones. More this one, more than anything. There is a small cable that comes down here. I think you can just see it there. That comes down and around and attaches itself to the charging port. That is your aerial cable, what gives you the signal. Now, if you needed to replace any part of that, apart from the loudspeaker, obviously, but in any of the other parts, the headphone jack, the charging port, or the aerial, those bits all come combined together. You usually get them in the same part. So nice and easy to replace anything that gives you fault there. If you've gone through all your options and you're still getting no signal on your phone, that's when you replace the charging port. This section up here, that's where the charging port plugs in, so it rolls over itself on the ribbon cable and plugs in here. This section here is the SIM tray and SIM card, so as you can see. This up here, so we've got, I believe that's where you plug in the front-facing camera, the earpiece and everything like that. We'll take that apart shortly so you can see. Then you've got the LCD and touch and home button and things that plug into the others. This one that's already plugged in, that is your rear-facing camera. Looks like it's been replaced before on this particular model, as well as the battery. I can tell that because there's no original Apple symbols on these things. There's just a couple of things about the iPhone 6s. Right, moving on, I'm going to need a Phillips for this. So what we're going to do is we're going to work along the sides. Now you should have 3 tiny Phillips screws on each side. Give you a total 6. Then 3 up on the top, holding in the earpiece, along with a hidden one on the side there, holding down the bracket. I'll zoom right in on that. In fact, can I get some light on that? I don't know if that makes it any better. There you are, zooming in. So right there, you can see that sort of hidden screw away on the side there. Right, let's zoom out, take the rest of the screen apart. So I'm going to start off with that top screw, the hidden one, and then make myself a pile of screws, one on top and then 3 down either side. That way I know it's for the backlight. Remember, if you want to see any particular part or ask a question, don't hesitate, just jump in the stream. You've got a question, fire in. I'll answer it to the best of my ability. If I can't, then I'll farm it out and find out what the answer is and then get it back to you. If it's the answer to life, it's already 42, don't need to go for that one. Right, now I'm just taking off the home button shield. This home button looks as though it's been taken in and out before. In fact, this phone looks like it's been repaired quite a few times. I think it's the first time for myself repairing this one, but you can definitely see it's been done before. This is for the earpiece and the front-facing camera, as well as the light sensor and all the other goodies hidden in behind. So that there is the speaker that attaches. I don't know if you can see, you've got 4 gold dots there. If I move this into shot, you've got four gold little springs there. And they contact each other and let the sound come through. Right, so I've just taken the backing plate off. It's quite a simple one because it's been taken before, so I'll just pop it back on so you can see. So you would just unhook that end there, out from this pivot in there, and then it just comes off. And there is usually a little sticker that goes around this and attaches itself to the actual back plate that you can either cut away, which someone has done before, or just take it as the whole and leave the sticker on. Choice is yours. And we just left the home button to take off now. Yeah, it's definitely been taken out before. So that is everything off. Give it a quick clean. Right, so we have the new screen here. Making sure you concentrate on the top clip first. Now you can stick in that 7 screws straight away. Starting off with the hidden one on the side at the top right. As it stands, Apple's repairs are getting easier for doing screen replacements, but harder for all other types of replacements, such as batteries and things. At the moment, you're probably talking about iPhones. You're watching the video coming off the screen. That's coming from the iPhone 11. I'm using the Elgato Epoch Cam link for that one. It just streams wirelessly to the PC and picks it up. And whilst I was off last week not doing any videos, I did get myself a new PC. Of which I'll turn the camera around in a minute and show you all. Right. So the small hole in here, there's a small peg in here, just attach the two together. Once they're together, everything else should sort of line up in place. Push the light sensor into place. Holding it then, you need to take the speaker and this one needs to lay on its back. Springs facing up, and then gold contacts pressed down on top of it. Push the camera into place so that everything holds in. There's also 2 pegs and peg holes on here on top of the speaker. Once you've got all that in place, continuously just applying a little bit of pressure to make sure nothing moves. You can then put the plate on, push it all back in, and then only release the pressure after the screws are in. Moving down to the home button, just drop it into place. As soon as it's dropped in place, you just fold over the cable and then into its spot that it clicks into. Nice and easy plate to go on here next. So the raised bump goes over there just to give it a bit of protection. And then also under here at the same time. There should be a little peg for it to sit on. There you are. Maybe need to make my tools a little bit less squeaky. Alright, so that is the screen all back together now. So we should have 1 flex, 2, and then 3. So we're going to plug them in. Hang on a minute, is that back to front? It is. There we are, that's them sorted the right way around. Can you see? Alright, that's 2 of them in place. The final one for the screen going in. You feel it, it clicks in. Back on with the plate that protects them all and keeps them in place. Most common fault with this phone at this moment in time would be probably the battery. Most common fix is the screen, obviously, because it's iPhone. Yeah, battery is probably the most common one after the screen. Right, now that we've done everything, we can plug the battery back in. Which takes 2 screws. If I can get it in. That's all the internals. that is the success, start to finish, with the LCD swap. Any questions, hit me up in the comment section, or even fire a email straight off to us. Email address is N for north, east as in the direction, and then trade@gmail.com. If you want to find out where you can buy the tools or the screens to do the repairs yourself, again, just hit us up on message or get us on Facebook. We've got PayPal payments and everything set up.